Oh, I'm going.
Well, a very, very good evening. Happy April Fool. I was going to start 2 hours late, but then I realised, of course, that April Fools is the morning thing and not an evening thing, and all that sort of stuff. Welcome to the Studio Rats Q&A Live number 292. My name's James Ivey.
Hi, Paul Drew.
You are very welcome to the first Q&A of the summer.
Hey!
Now officially British summertime. Hence, those of you who have been caught out by our change in time, no, that isn't an April Fool. That is just the fact that the clocks have changed here in the UK on Sunday, and we all lost an hour's sleep.
Yes, it's nice. Winter's shit in the UK, so it's nice to be out of that now.
I was out playing Four Corners rugby at 7 o'clock, and it was still reasonably bright, which is nice. Mr. Drew, you know these things are sent to try us, but what have you been up to?
Well, it was my birthday on Sunday.
You have to think about it.
Yeah. Do you know? I actually thought, how mad is this? When you get to this age, you don't know how old you are, and I literally thought I was a year older than I actually was, which is a bit of a bonus. So that was good. So there's been much merriment over the weekend, and I'm still suffering from that. And what else? We did what video did I do? Did I do a video on the?
Well, you bought some new guitars, but
I bought a new guitar. Yeah. So that was a birthday guitar.
Nice.
We sold some stuff. James and I sold a load of stuff on Reverb.
It's been good, isn't it? The start of the Reverb campaign has been very good.
Well, it's been good. It has been good, but both of us don't like getting rid of stuff.
No.
And yeah, there's some things that I probably, in a few months' time, I'll go, why did I sell that?
You'll have seller's remorse.
But there's going to be some more stuff. I've already thought of more things. There's a couple of things that have come in. So a couple of guitars have come in this week.
Mm-hmm.
One that, one that I did the video on yesterday, the day before, whatever it was.
It sounds ridiculous, but that is the most Strat sounding Strat I think I've ever heard.
It is very Stratty sounding. People did go mad about. It's always the case when you talk about expensive Strats. The comment that I actually said, and I'm going to get the comments of people going, "Oh, you spent how much on a Bolton guitar?" Look at the comments. Everyone goes, "I can't believe you spent that much on a Bolton guitar." So anyway, I didn't spend that much. That's how much it cost new from Peach. But of course, I would never pay that for this. Well, I wouldn't pay that for any guitar, to be honest, unless it was some sort of vintage guitar. But so I found out in since that because this is a Dale Wilson master built Strat, and I found out now that his waiting list is now 10 years, and they're not taking any more orders.
Wow.
So yeah, people are waiting 10 years for their instruments. So I think that was a good investment, considering I don't think anyone's going to be making any more, and it doesn't matter if it's any better than any other. Look, I think someone made a comment on what would you rather have? Would you rather have that or 46 Squire Strat? Squire Strats. I'm like, what would you rather? Would you rather have a hand-built chest of drawers, Chippendale chest of drawers, or 46 IKEA chest of drawers? It's a completely different thing.
Well, it depends if you've got 46 rooms to put stuff in.
Yeah,
but I mean, you can only play one guitar at a time.
Exactly. Yeah, and to me, it's about. I don't need lots of guitars. I need to reduce the amount of guitars, so I need to have less guitars, but guitars that are still investments that at some point I will be getting rid of. What's the other thing? Yeah, and obviously the classic I hate relics comments.
Even our friend KDH got involved with the relic argument with one of his recent videos. So
yeah,
Yeah, it was quite funny.
Where's that?
Relics are divisive. They just are.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't matter. If you like relics, great. If you don't like relics, fantastic. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
But every guitar eventually becomes a relic
well, some don't, but
if you play it rather than put it in a cabinet.
another guitar came in, but should I talk about that in a minute?
Hmm.
I'm trying to do that now.
Now wait for the Vinmeister to arrive. Because of the change in times, obviously, Vinnie and Phil's not joining us this evening. But Vinnie will be a bit later because of work, some work thing that people do.
Honestly, the amount we pay him, you think he'd have a little bit more commitment to the.
we don't pay him. We don't pay him.
We don't, do we? Of course we don't. Right. What about yourself then?
I was cheerleading in a place I've never been before, actually, in the UK. I was in Farnborough, which is the home of aviation in the UK. It's where they beautiful part of the world. I'd never been there. We were right on the aerodrome, so let's see all the private jets taking off and stuff. It was cool. And then Monday, with thanks to our friends from Toman, I did a video on the Yamaha MGX mixers. Very cool. If you're into it, if you're looking for a little mixer for the studio, very, very cool. To the point where I'm a little frustrated that I've spent out on that SSL.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, might have fluffed there.
Sell the SSL.
Yeah, it is really good.
Nice. I just don't like. Sometimes it's nice just to get for hold of some knobs.
Yeah,
and tweak as opposed to going in the menus and going, I've got to change that frequency now, and then you've got to go down to the next. I just want to go.
Yeah, and I think for cheer it will be absolutely perfect, or for houses of worship, streaming where you kind of set it up and forget about it. It would be great. Whereas for DJing, I need to be a bit more hands-on and a little bit more, which is why why the SSL was the right choice. But for the streaming system over there, it could well live there if I can justify it.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice.
And for when we
you've used like twice or something.
I've used it several times because I edit on it now as well.
Okay,
because it's such a pokey computer. I might as well have it doing something.
Lee wants to come on. I'm just gonna bung Lee the link.
Okay. But and then that video's doing okay, and I've got a session tomorrow with the New Standards, which is the jazz funk band. And yeah, I'll let you know where you can and can't see that stuff as and when, which would be good. Other than that, business as usual. Trying to learn some more stuff for some videos. Got a load of stuff come in gear wise that I need to learn before I can make a video on it.
Right. Sorry, I was just sending Lee the link. Lee's probably wants to come on and tell us about something else he's bought and then taken back and then bought again.
You're so mean. I mean, it's funny and it's true. But
it's true.
While Lee's diving in, let's jump into some comments, shall we?
Yeah.
Come on. Boom. There we go.
Wall Russ, he said, I just bought my Creed and Nickelback concert ticket. So excited. How mad would that be? If that was an actual, who do you reckon would be? Do you reckon there'd be so much ego there? They'd be fighting over who would headline?
Creed and Nickelback. I think Chad Kroger would say, but I'm the Chad.
Yes. So yes, we thought so, Walrus.
We picked up on it.
Mr. Moxie said, my 10K Masterbuilt came back today, gents. Can't wait to go busking with it. What have you got? I didn't know you bought see, everyone's buying Masterbuilts. Everyone's going Masterbuilt crazy.
Yeah.
Hollywood, a good day today. Moon mission launch to further mankind to perhaps bring the world together, like Star Trek. Plus your weekly Studio Rats live talking guitar. Do you think the moon mission launch would bring the world together? It'd be nice if it did. So much crap at the moment, isn't there?
There is. There's another thing that I've got to deal with in a moment, but because she's knocking at the door because I don't think she wants to go to bed.
Ah,
But I think she's realised that I'm kind of busy. Maybe not, unless you heard that.
Hollywood. Pet. Wow, 10K. That's some serious guitar. That is some serious guitar.
I've just had a thought.
What's that?
The moon mission thing. Did it take off this morning?
I know they were planning on doing it over the next couple of days. I didn't know if it was.
Did it take off on April 1st? Because that would be the ultimate April Fool, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? Hollywood. Walrus, maybe?
Walrus, yeah.
I'll be happy to see Creed and Nickelback for 35 quid. Old school London price is nice.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in there. Pet. Couldn't decide between Creed and Nickelback covers, so I'll play them back to back. Nice. You do that, mate. To an audience of none. Pet says, yes, they're talking amongst themselves.
Yeah. Was that Creep? No, Creep was Radiohead, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, Creed was definitely not Creep.
No.
Hollywood, or sell you other guitars and just left with one. Yeah, that's true. You could do that.
Yeah.
Our limits. Last week's discussion on active pickups. A lot of the same folks who throw a fit about active pickups will have an always-on booster or preamp on their board. Yes, but active pickups aren't just about a boost. They're normally EQ shapes as well, and can lack the dynamics of a normal pickup set.
Can you drive from there or not?
No, I can't.
Oh,
I can't drive.
Say amusing things for a bit. I've got to go offline and sort a small person out.
Well, can you hold on a second? Hold on a sec. Can you go down to? Go down 3 to Hollywood.
That one?
Yeah, that'll do. Go on.
Right,
just
go on.
Hollywood says the outer, very true. I always think of Lukather and Prince. They both always used EMGs for years and both sounded great. Do you know what? I actually think Lukather, that was Lukather's best tones was when he was using EMGs, and Prince, maybe now I'm sat here like a lemon because James has buggered off and I can't go down on the questions because for some reason he signed me out of. Let me just double check that I can't do that. No, I cannot choose the next question. So sat here like a bit of a lemon. Maybe I can go down. I can actually, what I can do, I wonder if everyone can actually see the comments, and maybe as opposed to having the comments up on the screen, I can just go through the comments in the on the sidebar. The JP says evening JP. Blind Man Gary says hello everyone. I hope everyone is surviving the worst day on the internet. What's the worst day on the internet? Oh, I say yeah. Okay, sort of stupid videos about things that aren't true. I haven't seen any, to be honest. James, we are at JP 973.
Okay, well done. Boom.
No. JP 9. Sorry, mate.
Oh, sorry. Up.
8:01 p.m. 8:01 p.m.
What?
Down 3 or 4. Keep next one down.
Right.
Hey, there we go.
Sorry.
Well,
Small person. Yes.
So whilst I very much enjoyed Paul's video asking if Dale Wilson Strat was worth 11,999, what I'm really wondering is what do the rats make of Toman selling a Martin D300 for 327,000? Yeah, it's a bit of a special one. Yeah, it's a bit of a special one. It's a one-off. I can't remember what it's got, and it's something to do with clockwork or something. It comes with a watch or something, doesn't it?
This is going to make me sound like either some kind of heathen or some kind of blasphemer or something. I thought the thing was hideous.
Yeah, it was hideous. It was absolutely hideous.
It was completely over the top guitar bling just for the sake of it. It's not a guitar that will ever be played.
No,
it probably sounds horrific because of all the bling.
It was amazing. I mean, it's amazing
that it can be the fact that can be done is amazing. I don't want one.
No, I didn't like it. Hollywood. When I was a teen, I wanted DiMarzio's as my heroes had them. I got a pair. It sounded good and I felt great. Years later, I played quite a few guitars with OEM other brand pickups. Most sound all good. I wonder if that's because you've improved yourself.
More likely,
as in you've got better, and then you realize that it's not. I mean, pickups do make a difference. Obviously, them, they obviously make a difference. But I did a video today. I shot a video on that. Do you remember? Actually, let me just quickly go and get it. Hold on. So
oh, hello.
I shot this video today. Is Lee here yet?
Yeah, but I was waiting for you to stop talking.
Okay. Yeah, so I did a video on this, which is a ex-Mari or Zmari guitar, which is Enya's budget brand.
Right.
So if you know guitars, the ones with the guitar modeling in it and stuff.
Yeah.
This is their budget brand. It's less than 200 quid.
Right.
And the pickups on it sound great. They sound great. I mean, it's like, you change it over for, I don't know, DiMarzio pickups or name it. And you might go, yeah, it's slightly different. I do tend to find, though, and we might have said this a few times, if a guitar sounds bad, it doesn't matter. You changing the pickups is not going to affect the guitar. It's not going to make the guitar sound good.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, I've done it too many times. I've gone, I bet this, I don't like the sound of this. I bet this would sound better with different pickups on it. And you do it and you go like, yes, it's marginally different. And certain guitars like that Valiant I've got up here, doesn't matter what pickups I put in it, it sounds amazing. So, go figure.
Yeah, who knew? I'll tell you who knew.
Go on.
Mr. Lee Abraham.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
How are we doing, chaps?
All right, mate. What have you bought?
Greatness is amongst us.
What have you bought? What was it?
Well, Paul, I messaged you a week or two ago that I bought a new Sir.
Oh, yeah.
So I just thought I'd show that off first.
Okay, go on then.
Ooh.
Nice. You pleased with it?
Love it.
Is it different to the other one, or?
No, it's exactly the same.
Does it if you picked up that one and the other one, would you be able to tell the difference?
Good question. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. To be honest, I've not picked up the blue one since I got this one.
They're pretty consistent, sir, aren't they? I think they
are. The only visual change is that they've actually stamped the word Sir right where you plug in the trem arm.
It's a go-to 510, yeah?
I think it is, yeah. But whether they've got some sort of arrangement with Goto now that they stamp Sir on them, but it's got Sir stamped on it.
Nice.
But literally, apart from the colour finish, obviously, that is the only difference between the two. Oh, this one is I think the fretboard on this might be roasted maple, because certainly the neck is, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the fretboard is. Is there a veneer on there? I can't tell.
You've got very sort of orangey lighting. I mean, you look like a tomato. Yeah,
Should I change it? Is that better?
No, not really. That's better now. It's catching up. Your camera took a little while to white balance, but it's fine now.
Well, I got that one.
That's got rosewood. That's just a very light rosewood board, I would say.
That's better. That one.
Oh God, no! I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, you can't really. Whoop, that way.
I guess a slightly darker board, isn't it? That's weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's just fantastic. I mean, that blue one that I've got is just so playable. That's what I really love about these Sir Moderns. They're so, for me, comfortably, they're just so playable.
No.
And I picked up, I've obviously had the Strati Classic Sunburst one.
Yeah.
And I picked that up and I put some new strings on it, and I thought, right, let me gig this for a couple of gigs. And my hand had obviously got so used to the neck on the Modern that it started to ache when I was playing the Classic. So I thought, no, I can't have that. I've got to get another Modern. So the Classic went, and this one's come in, and that's
nice.
Yeah, and I've bought something else as well.
Okay, here we go.
But I was quite surprised, even with myself, that I bought this. So I was looking for something. I was looking for another modeler, and I was looking for something that would give me a slightly different kind of sound that I've got.
Hold on a sec.
Go on.
Why were you looking for another modeler?
Yeah, just for a laugh, you know.
Oh, okay.
Because he needs even more gain.
No. It's not a game thing. It's a sort of we've discussed this before, but you know how when guitarists get a new, whether it be an amp or a model or whatever it is they buy, they get it home and they immediately spend the first half an hour or hour trying to get it to sound like their old gear.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I thought, well, I do it as well, and I thought, I need to get out of that habit. I need to break that habit, and I need to get something completely different. So I've actually bought something by a company which I've not really rated in the past, and I didn't think that they produce, reasonably good sounding stuff, but not stuff that I like. Anyway, I went out and I bought myself that.
Oh, yeah, I had 3.
Yeah.
I did a video on the 3.
Yeah, so this is the one.
What do you think of it?
I really like it.
I think it's brilliant,
really,
isn't it?
It's really good. And this is 169 quid.
It's bonkers.
You know, this is the price of a overdrive pedal.
Yeah. I was really impressed. I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, it's great. And I didn't, and just what you were saying on tonight's video, just 5 minutes ago, it's got tweakable knobs on the top. Yeah. So it actually feels like a piece of gear that you can just, leave on the desktop and so. Anyway, I made up some patches, clean patch, crunch patch, drive patch, and a lead patch. Took it out to gig, and I'll be totally honest with you, I never thought throughout the whole gig, I need to change that sound because it's not quite right. So how does that work? I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, no, they're really good. I reviewed the 3, the big one.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah,
and they're great.
Yeah,
just a really good. I mean, it's a budget price. It's too cheap.
Yeah, it is actually.
They could have sold those for way more.
Did you see Henning's video on them as well? Because obviously I watched a few videos before I bought it. Now at the end of Henning's video, where he gives you his summary, his 2 cents at the end of the video, he said, I have it on good authority from Blackstar that there's going to be some absolutely killer updates for these units. And, you're just going to want to go out and buy one of these ready for those updates because they're just going to blow your mind. And he didn't say any more than that.
Okay.
So I thought, what does he know that everyone else doesn't? So I thought, well, that's an interesting comment. So, yeah, but really, really, really impressed with that. And I would really rate this, if anyone asks, as a piece of gear. This sounds really, really great. And I don't normally say that about Blackstar gear because I've been a bit kind of about Blackstar stuff in the past. So, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, cool. I think that's good because they do an IRX amp, and I think that sounds better than the amp as well.
Yeah, really good.
So in 2 weeks' time, you're going to take it back?
Yeah.
I don't think I will. I mean, it's 169 quid. It's not as if I'd spend 500 quid on this. So even if this does get relegated to just not being used, it would be
I am teasing.
As a backup.
I am teasing.
I actually think that size is the right size as well, even though it doesn't come with the expression pedals and stuff. And it's XLR out. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, stereo XLRs on the back.
Great.
Yeah, and I use it with my real wah pedal, and it sounds brilliant.
Yeah, nice. You hanging around?
Can do. Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
what do we get to? I'm going to now try and put this hoodie on because I'm getting cold. Boom.
We look ek Oplex.
Willie Choplex.
Hi, Choplex here. Hello, mate. Hope you're well, Choplex. Hod, Alan Michigan checking in. Cheers, Hod. Welcome. Walrus, this might make you cringe, but I like my BE50 with the mid on 0 and the response knob on 4.5. Right, you can leave now, Walrus. That's it. You want the mid on 0? It's not the 90s, mate.
Chug.
Is he a Metallica fan? That's probably what it is.
He must be. Wow.
There are some out there.
Apparently so.
Millions of them, in fact.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing about the BE range and all of the Friedman range really is mid-range response of those amps.
Mm.
So interesting that you prefer that with it out, flat. Sorry, off. Shane, you guys live? Yes.
We certainly are.
Hod, that Strat is beautiful, but I wouldn't pay that much either. Just for me, that is. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't pay 11 grand for it.
That's a lot of dough. That is a lot of dough. I mean, you can nearly buy a car for that.
Yeah, you can easily buy a car for that. Yeah, it's crazy. Richard, he said, I don't mind relics, but I'm a real fan of the new Fender Vintera Warm guitars. A very subtle relic job, and they play and sound wonderful. Yep.
Yeah, I wonder what a 11,000 Strat would sound like through a 169-pound Blackstar.
It would probably sound like $150 Strat.
I don't know. I just think we can have this argument till we're blue in the face, but tones in the fingers.
Yeah.
But you playing it, and I've heard you play a lot of guitars, as I'm sure many of the listeners have. That is the most Strat sounding Strat I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's very. I know what you mean. It's definitely different to my Anko Poblano. So I'm probably going to be selling the Anko Poblano one, the one that I said I'd never sell.
The black one with a baseball bat.
Oh, the Gilmore one.
Huh? Yeah.
The Gilmore one.
I think I'll regret it, but I think I'm in a silly mood, and I'm also thinking of selling my Gibson. I'll tell you why in a minute, or I'll show you why in a minute. My Gibson Les Paul Special Murphy, that one.
You would regret that.
Give us a shout before we have
You'll regret that.
Maybe. I think I'll probably regret a lot of things.
I'll tell you what, that would make an interesting video, wouldn't it? That 11 grand Strat through this Blackstar pedal, as opposed to a Harley Benton or whatever through an Axifex.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It would. Islam with Chris, good name. Do you think the Velton GP5 will be upgraded to support NAMM2 captures?
The thing about the Velton GP stuff is that they don't actually support native NAMM. They use some sort of tone matching program within the unit to match the NAMM to the modeling inside the GP. So it's not an actual native NAMM capture. They call it Snaptone. They call it Snaptone technology. That's what they call it.
There we go. This is why we have Leon. He knows more about stuff than we do. So
it's not great, because it ends up just sounding like the modeling that's already inside the GP5, I think, anyway.
Chris also says, any rumors on Headrush Prime next updates? James?
Nothing. Well, the person that I was speaking to at Headrush is no longer at Headrush. So
that's a problem then.
Yeah. So I mean, I can still do stuff for them. I like Headrush. I mean, the fact that the update only came, just after now, so sort of January time, and it's only now April. I don't see it anytime soon because they don't tend to do small, point releases. They do big releases and big updates. So it will probably be, if there is anything, I would say probably next year. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and it won't be the first time or the last.
It was quite a big update, the last one, though, wasn't it? So it was, Hollywood says, master built or not depends on what the person enjoys or wants. I know people who like spending money on cars, 70k and change, and change them every 3 to 5 years. They could buy a couple of master builds plus an average car. It's true, but certain cars go up in value, don't they?
Classic.
Yeah,
classic and sports cars,
but not many. Not your daily drivers.
No, not your daily drivers. No, definitely not. Yeah, not a 70 grand car. No,
a 300 grand car.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
or going the other way, an absolute wreck that you do up, and those guitars exist as well.
Yeah, they do.
Talking of cars, actually, this is interesting because a mate of mine, a couple of producer mates of mine, have you heard of this place called the Winchester Audio and Auto Barn?
No.
We're going to have to go there. We have to take a trip. So basically, the story is a guy who made his money in cabling half of London, apparently, has retired to Hampshire. His passion is cars and music, and he has bought some huge, great place, some huge, great property just north of Winchester. And he's basically turned half of it into a classic car garage and showroom where he's showing off his collection of Aston Martins and Lamborghinis and all this stuff. And the other half he's turned into a recording studio where he's had various big clients in already, apparently. He spent nearly £500,000 on an SSL desk, apparently. So it's the bee's knees up there. And I'll show you the link for the website. It's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah,
but it's a millionaire's playground. But, you know, I don't expect he's going to make any money out of it. But
no, not have a recording studio. He spent £500,000 on the desk. No, definitely not.
It's a bit like there's the old joke that works with Formula One teams as well. How do you make £1 million with a recording studio? You start with 10 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it looks really impressive from the website. Anyway.
Oh, nice. I'll check it out. Guitar Buddy, he said, "Happy Easter, Rats." Ordered the AM4 Fractal. Nice. Lee loves them. He's had a couple. After your video, Paul, sounded good enough for my plan needs. Mate, it's absolutely awesome. The AM4.
I bought two so I could run them in stereo, but then I sent them back.
But only one at a time because it was a ping pong delay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Vincent, evening all in honor of the great spaghetti. April Fool's Day story. What's your favorite pasta dish? Now we're talking.
Carbonara.
Yeah, I'm with Lee on that.
See, I think for me, it would be a proper carbonara, as in Rome, because the only place to get a proper carbonara, because of the four pastas of Rome and all that, is in Rome.
Okay. Well, that's the Studio Rats Christmas do sorted then.
There we go.
Awesome. That sounds like a winning plan. I've ever heard one. But yeah, carbonara all round.
Carbonara's all round. Billy in a few hours.
Righto.
Oh, okay. The moon mission tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In a few hours. It's on.
Cool. I might be watching that while I'm setting up for the session, or listening to it at least.
Nice. Billy, good guitar is good guitar, regardless of the price. Wood does what wood does.
I would almost go as far to say, and I'm not religious, amen to that, brother.
Yeah, I do think so. Although there is a definite difference in the quality of the woods that cheaper guitar companies get.
Yes.
In terms of weights and that sort of stuff. And
but that's why some of those 80s Squire Strats are so good, because the wood was so good. It was slow grown, fantastic timber.
Like Steve Rothery's black one.
Yeah. I don't think it's just about that. I think it was the amount of time that they took on that they took on those guitars as well. I mean, and they were Fender Japan, so they were, there was no shortcuts taken.
No, they were. We had one at school, and that's one of those. And I have friends who had proper Strats, and school had a Squire, and I always wanted to borrow the school Squire because it was a better guitar.
Yeah, I mean, it was my first guitar. Those 80 Squires. Hollywood, get your phone and join the stream, and just read them as we can see the questions. Oh, okay.
I think this is when you're on your own earlier, Paul.
Yes. Sorry. Small people.
Fram says, I love my Seymour Duncan Blackouts version 1 for rhythm, but EMG 8160 for leads. Nice.
Cool.
Fram, thinking of a Valton GP180 to accompany my Tonex pedal. Your thoughts?
So I bought a 150 a week or so ago, and I sent it straight back. Awful.
Of course you did. What shops do you go to now? I mean, what shops actually would take your money now?
So I bought the Valton GP150 from Amazon, so that was no problem. That was able to go.
Because they'll take anybody's money.
They'll take anyone's money, yeah. This I bought from you know, the guitar shop in town, Paul. That we
Yeah.
I bought it from in there.
Great.
But no, GP 150 and the 180, which is basically the same engine in different configurations. I didn't think much of it at all. Not at all.
Interesting.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, greatness once again is coming amongst us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Vinnie the Axe.
He's early.
What's up, guys?
Hey, you all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you guys doing? All right?
All good, mate.
All good. All good. Go on, what have you bought? You must have bought something this week.
Well,
He's bought a cabinet, and I don't mean a guitar cabinet.
no, I actually started the whole studio's a disaster. I got my workbench on one end of the studio, and I bought a 5-drawer tool chest on wheels to put all my tools that I use in the house instead of have to go back and forth in the garage. So I moved everything around, moved my case rack, and there's wires, there's stuff everywhere. There's stuff in the other room. My wife's ready to stab me. And yeah, so I've been working on that. And I wanted to show you you know, the Telecaster build that I've been doing.
Oh yeah.
I'm crap canning that body. Because let me show you something.
The Coca-Cola one.
Yeah.
Oh no. I bet the neck doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. Yeah, it doesn't fit.
Oh no.
So the neck didn't fit.
Oh no.
But I made it fit. I had to do some fine-tune adjustments and I got it to fit. And then I realized, you know what, man? I am not screwing a $400 and something neck on that guitar body. It's just not going to happen. You know, this neck has got a modern profile. It's got modern features on it. It's got the modern truss rod adjustment on the side. The body is relict. It doesn't make sense visually. This would be great if I had like a road worn cheap neck that I could find secondhand and throw on here. But I'm not. Now that I got it all wired real nice and everything, I changed gears. So I don't have it with me yet. I bought like a fire burst, I guess you could call it. It goes from like black, red to amber telly body, but a modern one. So it has an arm contour. It has the contour neck heel, and it also has the belly cut in it. And so I also changed gears, and I'm putting a six saddle telly bridge on that. And I ordered the DiMarzio Chopper T for the bridge and the Twang King for the neck. So it's, you know, and then the neck, I don't know if you guys could see it, but this neck is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does look great.
It's a 59 profile on the back, 10 to 16 compound radius, 6150 frets. So it's going to be a real good one. And I just couldn't see putting it on there, man. It just didn't jive right. I got locking tuners going to go on here. So the whole thing's going to be like a modernized telly. Think like a Richie Kotzen telly, but minus the glossiness and the gold, you know, like, and it doesn't have that super fat baseball neck. It just has a decent one on here. So
nice.
So it should be pretty cool. I found your video interesting, by the way. And maybe we had this discussion before, but you were talking about the clay dots on the side. I have clay dots on the side of my sparkle telly, my champagne sparkle telly. And that is the one thing when I did the review on, I talk about it. Like, I can't stand it because the dots blend in with how they tinted the wood. And it really is kind of, could be a detriment, especially to somebody who's using those as reference points playing live, especially on a dark stage or something.
There's no way that if it was a dark stage and you're starting off, there's no way you can see what's going on. Like, my room was slightly dark. It was, you know, like dusky dark. And it was I could not see the ninth dot. But, you know, I love it. I still love it, but it's just, you know, there might be a way around that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I love my telly. It's the longest one with the most seniority in the room. And, you know, I change stuff out left and right.
Yeah.
So I don't know what could be said for it, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Like, you know, you could see these, I mean, with no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think there's markers you could buy to put on there or something, but you don't want to put that on a $12,000 guitar.
No.
So anyway, so I got the logo coming in, the water slide decal. I have to dress the frets, and I'm going to take my time putting it together. I have a mint pick guard is going to go on that burst, which I just checked my in-stock supplies and I found that I had one sitting brand new in the package amongst all the other plates. So that'll go on there.
Nice.
And I'm not even pulling anything out of this relic build. I'm leaving the pots. I'll sell off the body to somebody that wants to do a little project with it. Maybe. I ordered new pots, new caps, new treble bleed. Everything's going to be done from the ground up, all fresh, like I like to do anyway.
Nice.
Cool.
That's where I'm at with that. And my bookshelf worked out great because it actually has the ability to fit the Master of Tone amplifier there that sounds the best when it's not plugged in.
You need to get rid of that thing. You need to get rid of that thing and do a scathing video on it.
Yeah, upcoming.
Is it Glenn? You used to smash things up.
I was about to say, do a Glenn Pricker on it and smash it.
If I was still running the range, I would probably shoot a 50 cal rifle right through it.
That would be so good. That would be
great.
So good.
What this thing's really useful for.
Yeah. Does the tone stop a 50 cal round?
That was such a great video.
Yeah.
Like someone actually playing through it, and then someone, like obviously with a big long lead in the distance, and then
as opposed to next to it. Just
yeah. But, I'm guessing Vinny's a good shot. Anyway, you move on.
Boom. Here we go.
Fran, Paul, you demo play very expensive guitars. What's the cheapest one that blew you away? The Harley Benton TE20. I did a video of that about a year ago, maybe a bit longer than that. Really, really good. I've got it upstairs actually. Really good telly that was, I think they're about 120 quid, something like that. Really good.
Scary, isn't it?
Oh, can I add something before you go to the next one? Lee, you were talking, I was listening in while I was driving home, talking about having the classic Sir and the modern Sir neck profiles, right?
Yeah.
I own both, and it's very hard, and I can acclimate to any neck profile really, but you cannot jump from one to the other on those. They're what do you guys say, chalk and cheese all the time, or is that the same? Yeah. It really is not the same thing, and I can only imagine if you're playing live and you jump onto that thing, it's like, I think you did a smart move, by the way, so. Not that you need my, affirmation about it. I'm just saying.
Salif, he said, recently got a Kemper toaster and just blown away by it. Got a couple of top profiles and top Jimmy. For recording, it's spot on and true cab. It's mind blowing to me. Nice one. Yeah, they're really good. I don't know if you've got an old Kemper toaster or the new version 2, whatever it is. But they're great. And
version 2 is impressive.
Now, that's what you should do. You'd like Kemper. You can pick them up so cheap. Lee's like, I wonder where I can buy one from and then take it back.
Lee, that Black Star is cool, man. We've talked about it how many times, Paul? Like the last 3 or 4 episodes, we've talked about when people asking for advice of what to buy. Especially if they don't want to in-menu dive. And that's why I like the Blue Guitar Amp 1 so much. It's for, guys like me that don't want to be flustered by tech.
Yeah. Well, this is totally cool because it's got all the knobs across the top.
Yeah. It's got an expression pedal port too, right?
This one hasn't. No.
So it has no way to plug in an expression pedal.
No.
The 2 does.
Yeah. Well, 2's got an expression pedal built in, isn't it? 2 and 3 have got the expression. 2 and 3 have got the expression pedal.
See, that would be golden if that had an expression pedal assignment. That would be a monster of a thing.
Yeah, so I mean, this one suits me well because the only thing I use an expression pedal for is wah, and I've got a real wah. So an expression pedal is kind of useless to me, but yeah,
awesome.
Lovely, love it, love that.
Cool.
Salif, y'all.
Yes. I'm not sure where that's supposed to go, but just yes.
Lee, how many Sirs do you now have? 2,
and they're both moderns.
What about you? Yes. So explain that.
So that one.
I think it's all explained and the questions are before that maybe. Is it lighter, sir? How heavy?
So the moderns both feel about the same weight, and they're a lot lighter than the classic.
Classic can be very heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Bloom, since Hemi Semi Hollow gave a good deep jazz tone, what are hollow bodies? Why are hollow bodies still around? Tradition, look, feel. I was told jazz involves a lot of notes and too much sustain gets in the way. Make any sense? I think hollow bodies. So a hollow body was originally invented as an like if you think people were playing acoustic guitars and they needed a way to project the sound, so the hollow body was the bigger the bigger the hollow body on electric guitar, the more it could throw the sound. Same with I've forgotten what the big guitars, what the big acoustics called. They called
Jumbos?
Huh?
Jumbo?
No.
Dreadnought.
No, there's a big one. The old big ones. I forgot what they're
Super
called.
Jumbo.
That'll do. Phil will know. He's probably listening now and just like sweating. He can't fill us in.
I've seen a bunch of live performances with George Benson, and you can see that they put some type of like I wouldn't say it's Scotch tape, but like a clear like contact tape and stuff over the F holes to stop him from getting feedback on stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, but are they still needed? No, they're probably not needed anymore. I mean, no.
That Black Star has got a very convincing acoustic simulator in it, which I'm going to use. Yeah,
Nice.
so why not?
Interesting.
Just for live, great.
Yeah.
Lee, did you see what I did to my Strat? It's right up your street, man.
Oh, okay. You put didn't you change the
I
pick?
put the Murray pickups in it.
Yeah. Any good?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it, man. It's fantastic. I know I de-stratified my custom shop, but it sounds killer.
You can always get back.
I was imagining like a little paw on my shoulder going, what the F are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Vinnie, you're a wrong one, Vinnie.
Yeah.
Vinnie, technically in that shirt, you are a little Paul.
It's true, yeah.
That's right.
Shirt brothers.
Yeah. That's our follically challenged anonymous club. This is our shirt.
First rule of Folic Club is don't talk about Folic Club.
Yeah.
Boom.
Al from Gear Safari. Lee, regarding Henning's Black Star comment, that might be because he recently did a video from the Black Star factory with Perfecto when he came over from the Birmingham show. Could be.
Okay. All right, I'll check that out.
Yeah, I watched one of Henning's Marshall videos today. It was quite funny.
How long was it?
Oh, too long.
Henning? Fram, can you quickly explain pickup sound description? High, low, mid, trebly, big, low, and etc., please. It's funny because all of those make
logical sense.
Yeah. Think of like a sound spec. Think of it's different because we all grow up where there are EQs on hi-fis. So maybe that's why we understand it so much. So high frequencies is and this is different to depending on pickup manufacturer and how people perceive high frequencies. But I would say high frequencies is anything from sort of 2 to 2K upwards. Trebly, as in ice picky, big low, so loads of bottom end, loads of bass. I mean, it's quite difficult to. I
think,
find.
Sorry, mate. Go ahead. Go on.
You do it. Go on.
I was about to say. I think with descriptive words, you need to be very careful because obviously sometimes we say, "Oh, these pickups are very dark." Now, one person's dark is another one's dull.
Yeah.
One person's bright is another person's brittle.
Yeah.
It's so personal. It's so down to your own personal taste in these things.
I was
Sorry,
just going to say that I always find the EQ differences on pickups to be very narrow anyway. To my ears anyway. With pickups, I hear the outputs first, a low output with regard to a high output. The EQ side of things from a pickup is very subtle to me. I can hardly hear it really.
Well, I would say that, and I'd say that the higher the output pickup, normally the darker the pickup.
Meaning the less top end, meaning the less bite, the less sharpness is probably another word.
Explain, isn't it? Like when you're talking all these words, but like for instance, I know I said I destratified my Strat, but it had those Fender red hot hand wounds in it. They're very like high output single coils, and they had so much high end roll off that they didn't have any kind of like. They didn't have any chime. They reminded me, if you guys have ever played any of the YJM Seymour Duncans, even though I know that there are technically a stacked humbucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know how those don't have like this really high end sparkle or chime or whatever you want to say. That's what these Fender hand wound ones that I have were in there. It didn't sound. So when I played my Sir single coils, it had that chime, and when I played my K line with the single coils in it, it had that. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm not really digging this, let me change this to something else that I'll use. You know, but yeah, so they were, like you're saying, James, they were a hotter wound and they lost that high end.
Yeah, I mean, but it is so, it's so verbally descriptive. You know, it's someone. That sounds ridiculous, but I mean, it's we get it in the studio. If someone says, "Oh, my vocal was too dark," someone might say, "Oh, my vocal sounds dull." It's kind of one and the same.
Yeah, I would say dull is treble roll off, and I would say dark is a lot of. No, actually, it's probably all the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah, pickups are hard, and you can't make your mind up by looking at the descriptions of them. You've got to hear them, and you've got to take a risk, unfortunately.
And because of the nature of pickups, other than maybe those cream teas, it's very, very hard to A/B a pickup selection. You know, you're investing a lot of time in swapping out pickup. Even if you've got a pre-built pick guard like those Strat pre-builds, it's not a 5-minute job.
No.
But instead of changing your pickups, it's a lot easier to either change if you're using a modeler, is change your IR, or if you're using an amp, just twiddle with your EQ.
I still find certain pickups that it doesn't matter what I do to it. Like Vinnie and I both don't like JBs. We both like JBs, and it doesn't matter what you do to that. It's just.
And some guys play them and they sound killer, but I think maybe it cuts in the mix of their band better. But if you played it isolated, because there's a difference too, right? If you got a JB and it's cutting in the mix of your band and it sounds killer, and everybody's like, yeah, but then you're home playing on it and you're just isolating that pickup and you're hearing that mid-range hunk that's in that pickup, and you're like, man, this thing doesn't sound that hot. You know, I think that could be, I don't know, it could be a benefit, maybe. I don't know, but like if I think most of us play a lot of the time. Well, Lee, I know you're touring all the time, but we play a lot isolated in the studio, right? And so you're hearing just your guitar, and I think you kind of overly analyze things sometimes.
Yeah, they can be two very different sounds. Your home sound and your live sound, two very different things.
Very.
What bands, artists you guys listen to at the moment?
Ooh, I love this question.
Let me check my Apple playlists. What have I been listening to?
I think my favourite pop star at the moment is Chapel Roan. And not just because of that song, but actually I watched her Reading and Leeds performance. I thought it was brilliant, and I've been listening to a load of her stuff.
So I've been watching quite a few. So there's James, you'll remember Francis Dunnery from It Bites, but he's been doing on YouTube a Studio Memoirs series, which is really quite good. Go and check it out. He's just done one on Eddie Jobson, which had some proper laugh out loud moments in it, but he's done ones on John Mellencamp and all kinds of people that he's worked with in the past. But in this Eddie Jobson one, he was talking quite a lot about UK, which is a band from the late 70s with Bill Bruford and Alan Holdsworth and stuff. So I've been listening to the UK albums actually recently, which are, quite an interesting listen.
That's got to be a hard listen.
I was going to say, Paul couldn't bear that.
No. But, it'd be boring if we all listened to the same stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've been listening to some Jethro Tull. I go through my Jethro Tull phases quite a bit. Listen to some Peter Gabriel.
Brilliant.
It's King Diamond, which is everybody's favorite on this panel. And Sting, the Labyrinth album, where he does a lot of the old Dowland stuff from the 14th century or whatever, which will probably drive anybody. Probably send Paul over the falls. But I listen to a lot of just an eclectic group of music, and I never listen to anything new, so I don't know anything new. So when we talk about artists and stuff, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm still listening to the same crap from when I was a kid, practically. But I like Thick as a Brick, and I definitely like Jethro Tull, and I definitely like the Thick as a Brick 2 album that came out several years ago, where he did Ian did with a different band to continue that whole saga, and it was well recorded, I think, well done. So.
I've heard recently, rather disturbingly, that there's going to be an Operation Mindcrime 3. And Operation Mindcrime 2 was pretty awful, so I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know about you guys.
Well, which Queensryche is it?
This is Jeff Tate.
Well, I watched some footage of Jeff Tate playing live recently, and for whatever reason, man, it just looks wrong. And I'm not saying like not the original band members wrong. It's literally like
it's electronic drum kit.
He's older than me, right? And I'm 51, and he's got like these kids playing with him.
Yeah,
they look like kids. So it almost looks like Jeff Tate on a school field trip. Mindcrime. And I'm sure they're all talented guys. I'm not trying to take that. It just doesn't look right to me. It just looks weird. I don't know.
He's playing Southampton in May.
Really? Just needs to get some old dudes or something up there playing with them. It would just look more like
me and Paul, we could do the Chris DeGarmo, Michael Wilton duo.
There you go.
I mean, am I wrong in saying that? I don't know. Maybe I'm a jerk, but it just seems weird.
It was
James, you look a bit like Scott Rockenfield. I reckon you could pull it off.
Fair enough.
Let's put it to Jeff.
I remember the first time I saw Robert Plant away from Led Zepp when he did the Man at Nirvana album, and his entire band were at least 2/3 his age, other than when Jimmy Page came out and did his thing. But it was like half of me goes, "This is great because you're doing, you're the elder statesman getting a younger band in." The other half of me, oh, for God's sake. The other half of me goes, "This is a bit weird, it's say school trip territory." And the other guy who did that was when Bruce Dickinson left Iron Maiden the first time and made his solo album.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was a bit weird. It was literally like he had a bunch of sixth form.
Was that the Skunk Works album where he got Alex Dixon on guitar?
Yeah,
that period. Yeah.
It was a bit weird. Good album though.
Next, Rate Revival. Thinking of buying a KMA audio Endgame as a direct solution for my rack. I'm just not sure how much a power amp sim will add to the sound. Alternative is to go into the FX return of the FM3 with just IRs.
Endgame is really good. It does a lot of other stuff. It's stereo effects loops and the doubler and all that sort of stuff. And don't get Paul and I started about how you set up the doubler and how you set up the effects loop, whether you want them before or after the cab emulation.
I'll never work for that company again.
It's quite a challenge. It is, but it's a great unit. It's a really good thing, and there's a lot going on in it. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. But what's wrong with using the FX return with IRs?
Yeah. Did they not like your video of it then?
No, we're not going to go there.
Oh, okay.
No, we can go there.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Yes, why not?
We were told we were doing it wrong twice.
And it's yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you want that doubler thing, possibly get it. I don't really think it's worth it, but whatever.
It's a really good problem solver for live and for practice, and it has a lot of it solves a lot of problems, but it can be quite challenging.
But Rat Revival, you've got like a fractal unit. You don't need that with a fractal unit. You've got
if you've got an FM3, then,
yeah. Even if you've got an FM3, you can do all of that sort of stuff anyway. You don't need, you do not need that, and you get a much better result out of it. Even if we use a doubler. Paul G 22. I could buy a Dream amp, Dream pedal board, and custom shop for the price of that master built. If money was no object, do you think that master built has something? If money was no object, do you think that master built something special about it?
Yeah, if someone gave it to you, would you keep it?
If someone gave it to me, yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Right. I think that answers the question then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I did see a lot of the comments in your video about it though, man. Like,
yeah,
I love the comments of like, I could build a war moth for $1,700. Yeah, no doubt. I'm building a war moth now. It's probably going to cost me about $1,500 and change, not including labor and time, right? And guess what? No one cares about my name, and that guitar, if you go to sell it on Reverb, is $650. Absolutely. I don't go look at Reverb right now. Go look at all the war moths, the beautiful ones people put together that if they had Tom Anderson on it or Sir or whatever, they'd go for $3,000, $3,500, right? No one knows who you are. You could be better than Wilson and putting a guitar together, possibly. Yeah. It doesn't matter. No one cares. There's no resale value. So when you build that, yes, you can make just as good as a guitar, I would say, theoretically. But if you go to resell it, might as well just give it away to somebody.
Yeah, we had that discussion about when those high-end Chapmans came out. Do you remember those high-end Chapmans? It's like, they could be the best guitars in the world, but they were trying to sell those for about $3,000. As soon as you bought it, it was suddenly worth about £600.
No one's going to buy a Chapman for $3,000.
No, exactly.
He started off the wrong way. I'm
not sticking up for a $12,000 Strat either. I'm just saying, just the reality of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is funny. It's so divisive. I mean, if I could afford to spend 12,000 quid on a Strat, of course I would. I'd do it in a heartbeat. if I could afford to have walls and walls of amazing guitars, I mean, I'm not talking vintage. I'm not talking bursts or anything, Joe Bonamassa-esque. But if I could have, a super high end, a couple of super high end Strats, a couple of super high end Tellys, of course I would. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Well, I see less complaining about Gibson stuff though. I see less complaining about somebody dropping $8,000 on a Les Paul.
Yeah.
Than I do on a Strat. And
it's bolt on.
Because it's bolt on, so it's a parts thing. But that doesn't mean anything. If anybody's worth their weight in salt or whatever, and they put a guitar together, it's more than just bolting a neck on. If you don't cut that nut correctly, the nut is not cut right, the string tree's not put in the proper space, the frets are not done correctly, the guitar will suck, glued in neck or not.
Yeah. Boom.
Hollywood, great idea. Harley plus Axe Effects and Sir plus IDX. Nice.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Pet 10K for Master Built. I thought it was an obvious April Fool's. No.
There's only one April Fool around here.
You should have put a video out today.
But I didn't pay that for it, so it's
no.
Ben LaPlum, Paul is right. It takes at least 2 years for wood to properly dry for an instrument, even for a solid body guitar.
Yeah. And it also takes, there's timber now that's being used for houses. I know it's not the same, but for example, timber that was being used that's from old forests is lasting much longer than the new shit that's popping up in a couple of 3 years or 10 years. It's ridiculous.
That probably is, as you said, that is probably dry time is shrinkage, and I mean, there's loads of guitars at the moment, especially the cheaper guitars. And people are complaining more about fret sprout and all that sort of stuff because the wood hasn't dried properly.
Yeah. And the problem is when you do that, you're investing a lot of money in something that's not going to turn a profit for 5-10 years.
Yeah,
Is that where roasted necks came from, to try and stop that fret sprout problem then?
I guess so.
A little bit, and to stabilize it so that it didn't have so much movement during different climate changes. But it's not totally foolproof, and it's not completely like unsusceptible to the elements. For the first time, I've actually heard a builder talk about it. I was watching a tour with Tom Anderson, and he was talking about the roasted stuff, and he was like no nonsense about it. It's like it was the answer that everybody thinks, like you don't have to do neck adjustments and you don't have to do all this stuff, and it's impervious to water or moisture, and that's not exactly true. And what is a negative about it is it's brittle. So everybody wants roasted necks, but you can actually crack a roasted neck or chip it a lot easier than you can with a regular maple neck because of how dry it is. And don't even get me started on that. What is it? I always pronounce it wrong. Paulownia, the Paulownia wood.
Yeah.
That stuff, and there's a reason probably like why Sir's not using it anymore. My Sir is Paulownia, but that stuff is so brittle, and I would not. It just in me taking a look at how the strap buttons were put in this one by the previous owner, like he changed them out and caused a little damage. I had to repair. I would never ever take a chance on building guitars with that wood.
No,
now
I mean he doesn't.
If you want your guitar 4 or 5 pounds, sure, it's killer, but there's a trade-off. I don't think that guitar. I'm not saying anything against Sir. I love my Sir, and just to give reference here, this is a one-off build with a custom contour and radius and everything. It's beautiful. It weighs hardly anything. It's like 6 pounds and change. It's fantastic. But if I don't know, like if Lee called me tomorrow and says I need a really crappy rhythm guitar player, Vin, come on tour, I would be scared to bring this thing with me. I just don't think it would hold up, and I don't mean Sir's workmanship. I just mean this wood on this body.
Wow.
If all things were cool and like maybe I had a more lucrative channel and I was somebody of substance and I knew John Sir, I would be like, bro, can you please make me another body for this same color and everything? Just make it out of alder. Or even let's go stupid, make it mahogany. I really don't care what you make it. Just something that's a little bit more hardy than this.
Oh, that's really interesting because I really like those Paulownias. It's the only Sir that I would buy again.
It's lovely. It's just that when you even put in a strap button and you could I'll just tell you, the guy that put the strap button in here, it must have worked its way loose, and it actually pulled this way and created a rut in it, like a 6 millimeter rut, where I had a wood fillet, and then I found the color. I kind of close to the color match code of this and color matched it. You can't see it. It was under the felt ring, under the stock buttons, but I had to repair all that, and I could tell how when I was pulling the screw out, you could see all there's almost like how balsa wood is. I don't know if you guys have it's like that because it's so light. So I don't know. I'm not a fan. I wouldn't build with it, but this guitar is probably one of the best ones in the room.
Yeah, nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Vincent, have you guys ever heard of Camel Chenoe Apex guitars? No.
One more, and then we'll dive into the news.
Okay. Fram 8045, Vinnie, love your work. Could listen to all day. I think your wife just invited me over.
Okay, it's the news.
I don't understand.
I don't get it either,
so she doesn't have to listen to him.
Oh, I see. Right. Go on then. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, so
the sound. The news.
Hit
the like and subscribe button, please.
Oh, yeah, we keep forgetting to do that, didn't we? Yes, 2 Notes Torpedo Captor X Plus, the ultimate low box and attenuator question mark.
Is this meet the new boss same as the old boss? I mean,
Yeah.
What's different about it? To the
No, it's two notes, not boss.
Yeah, no, that was wrong. That was the wrong comparison. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. So it's got effects built into it.
Which you can change with a foot switch of some kind.
No, I mean no.
Your phone.
It's all done on an app. Now,
so it's like the boss one, right?
Yeah, it's similar to the boss. It's similar to the boss one. Okay, okay. So they sent me one. I didn't review it because it's the boss one. A boss have got it right. The effects in the boss one are fantastic. The effects in this, I was really disappointed with.
Rather average.
Are they grand merde?
It was just the effects algorithms are just nowhere near as good as what's about there today, as what's out there. Even in budget units, I was really disappointed with it. Okay, you got this speaker out, so you've got 3 levels as opposed to varying a full, quiet, off, variance amounts. You've got 3 levels of speaker out. So it's either very quiet, medium, or loud.
That's
yeah.
weird.
That is weird.
And it's funny because you've got there's loads of reviews raving about it, but there you go.
I just thought it looked. I mean, I haven't watched any videos on it because I thought it just looks exactly the same as the product they've been selling for the last 6 years anyway.
Yeah,
So
it does.
There's no variable sweep on the volume for the.
It's like an
no, for the cab out. So that's for the actual cab.
Okay.
So if you
right, okay. So we can suck some of the juice out and make your speaker quiet.
Exactly. Yes. So if you've got like a proper guitar speaker plugged into it, as well as taking the XLR out to the front of house or whatever, you've got 3 different levels of. So yeah, and you can compensate with that. You can compensate with the master volume on your amp or the volume on your amp. So there are sort of ways around that, but it's not a full sweeping volume. And what is it? Yeah, so it has got an output level that with the XLRs that you can completely turn it off or turn it up. But I don't think just because I didn't like it, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just it just wasn't my thing. Harley Benton ST80 FRs. Have you seen these? Look at these.
I haven't. No.
Oh, I like that dark purple one to the right.
It's cool, isn't it?
I like the green one, but I like black to green guitars. That's me. That.
Yeah, they look good, don't they? For a single pickup. It's really weird how you'd think the whole 80s thing would be dying, and it just keeps going, doesn't it?
And how much?
Look at that one.
That's
the
nice. That's nice.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can go through.
What does it say? $399, $371.
In dollars, it's $371 for the STF80, which I think is the holographic one.
£338.
Come on, guys! I could build a war moth for $1,700 like that. Oh wait, what?
It's good though. I mean, as a 80s single pickup shreddy thing, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're getting a Steel Panther tribute together, that's the one to get.
I don't know what the it is a Floyd Rose. It's Floyd Rose 1000.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. And
the only
again,
thing I find is when you have a sparkle finish guitar, that the finish seems so thick on those things, it seems to stifle the guitar a bit, I think.
Interesting.
Is that one at the top of the screen? Has that got a neck pickup?
That one at the top's got there's a twin humbucker.
Yeah, if you look down here, there's a twin humbucker version for $418.
That's nice.
Still not bad, is it?
What's that hollow flash looking one that looks like an old Kramer?
That one. That's this, isn't it? Yeah, holographic, they're calling it. Let's have a look.
Oh, I like that.
I mean, there are people stabbing each other to try to find the old hollow finish.
Yeah.
Kramer. I mean, that's right up your street. The back of the neck looked awesome on that product photo. Look at that thing. It's
It's crazy, isn't it?
See, and then again, I'm going to go say Warmoth again. Like when you go to do a build, let's say you're going to do a build and have them do the finish for you. By the time you get done, you're almost close to $2,000. And that's if you don't buy a flame neck like that. A neck like that with a 5A flame would probably cost you about $800 or $900, probably minimum in the end, if they finish it.
That's crazy, isn't it? I wonder if you could, and I wonder if you could reshape the Harley Benton headstock just a little bit, just to make it your own thing.
I think that headstock looks pretty decent.
No one spending 350 quid on a guitar is gonna care about the headstock.
No, I guess not. Maybe you're right. I think the.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that hook thing, that beak thing on the end.
I'd play one of those, no problem at all.
Do you know you could almost shave that off a little bit and get it like the circle? You could almost get that.
That looks a bit different to mine.
What your I can't see. I've got my.
Yeah.
Show us in a minute. Show us in a minute so I can see it. But anyway, last one. Some new EVH guitars. I think that looks pretty killer. Look at the
I like the blue. I have to admit, I do like the blue.
No, I like that green, the dark green to yellow. Looks great.
Anything but the red is fine on there.
Let's have a look. Yeah. But
I don't. Maybe the headstock looks a bit weird though, doesn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's the old hockey stick headstock. It is a bit weird.
Always been, but that one doesn't look too bad. I wish if I bought that, I wish it didn't have that stupid kill arcade switch button on there. Right. And I can't stand that thing. And then I don't like the detune thing on the back end either.
Right.
But then it wouldn't be an EVH guitar. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. I'm out. That's me done.
You certainly are. Yeah. Cool. We kind of said we were talking about, I mean, we've kind of talked about setups a bit anyway, haven't we? We were initially going to talk about the whole it sounds so incredibly misogynistic, sexist to say girls in the industry, but we'll park that on for another day, just because it's not the right time, and Phil will no doubt have.
I think you've also, by what you've just said, I think you're giving the wrong impression.
Yeah, no, and it's totally not that. It's totally not that. But we'll save this one for another day, just because. But the whole setup thing, and you say, I know, Paul. Before we went on air, you were struggling with the setup on that new Strat.
I'm still setting up I'm still trying to set up this Strat to exactly how I want it. And it's I am struggling a little bit, so I might be taking it to someone, but maybe Vinnie can sort of explain a couple of things about what tools do you need for a setup. What like do you need, like the whole fingerboard radius tools? And
I'm going to show people what I use, because I don't need all the crazy stuff anymore, and it's not because I'm some awesome setup ninja. Let me show you something cheap.
Yeah, because Vinnie does a really good job at setting up guitars, and people send Vinnie guitars to do the job.
Okay, so basically,
can you make Vinnie big, James?
So many jokes, so little time.
I know.
Hang on. Now, if I select Vinnie, no, not that way. I select him.
I wound up in a different chat group. Oh, I'm back.
Hang on. I want to make him bigger. Hang on. I can do it if you talk, Vinnie.
Hi. Yeah. How are you?
No, that's me.
That's you.
I want Vinnie bigger.
Hey,
there we go.
All right. So I love this thing, and I'm not endorsed or affiliated with this company. Whoever makes this, they sell them on Amazon. It is fantastic. It gives you all different types of measurements that you can measure off the frets with this thing. And you can go into millimeters or 60/4, which I use 60/4, which is off of the bottom here. I'll see if I can get this thing to kind of focus. And is also conversions on the back This thing is absolutely fantastic. I know a lot of people use the radius tools and stuff, but I do not do that. And I have a millimeter ruler that I use to set up pickup heights if I want to kind of get an idea.
What's that thing called? The other thing? What's it called?
This one's called a fret guru.
Fret Guru. Okay.
Yeah, this is cheap. A cheap one. I think Stu Mac makes a version of something like this, but I think it's 3 times the price. But here's what I do. You know, guys will use that radius tool to set up their radius of their strings. You don't need to. What I normally do is I will set up from the 12th fret. And you can see here underneath the string, that line goes underneath the string and gives you that measurement. So these are all in 64ths. So I will set up most of my guitars at 3/64ths, where that line is just barely visible under each string all the way across all 6 strings, and that gives you your radius once you set up your saddle. So you don't need a tool to do that. Once you get that set up, now you can fine tune adjust. You can go lower if you want to get it lower action. You can go a little higher if you think it's too stifled. You can kind of work yourself from there. I think this thing is invaluable. I love this tool. This is one of the major things that I use to do a setup.
Cool.
Awesome. And what's the other thing I was going to ask you? What do you think about sort of relief in the neck and?
Okay, so a lot of people use feeler gauges. I have 2 types of feeler gauges here to get measurements under the the 8th fret or the middle or whatever. I don't even do that. I'm going to show you what I do.
I don't think my eyes are good enough for that fret guru thing.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I usually have my spectacles on. So what I normally will do is I won't go from the last fret and hold this down like most people do. I go from the fret that's the closest to the end of where the neck pocket is, because this is not going to bend.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any flex here. So right here is where I'll hold this down. And normally what I'll do is I'll do the first fret like everybody does. I'll put my thumb here and I will tap this. If I get a slight tap without it sounding dead, if you hit it and it's dead, you know you got too much back bow or it's too straight. I get it so that it's just got a little bit of a tap movement in here. I know I'm right on the money, and I do it every time now, and I can get that relief set up perfect every time by doing that, instead of sitting there all day with feeler gauges because somebody said it in specs somewhere that it's got to be 10,000ths of a feeler gauge here and there, and that is not exactly true. A lot of these specs, and you'll see these guys fight in forums. I've seen it for years early in the internet. Oh, Fender says this is the spec it's got to be at, and Gibson says this is the spec. 5/64ths off the low E. Are you 5/64ths? I could shove my phone underneath that. What are you talking about? They do that so there is no fret buzz or anything when they set up a guitar to ship it out. Yeah. And anybody who knows anybody that plays a lot, you're going to get a little bit of rattle or a little bit of fret buzz or a little bit of some kind of slap in the setup. If you got it low enough where it's still everything's manageable, nothing chokes out, you don't have any dead frets. I heard, and read some articles that like if you play Joe Satriani's guitar, the thing will rattle all over the place because he has the action so low to pull off all those acrobatics. But you don't hear it over a speaker. You don't hear it over an amplifier. You're not catching it. And I'm not saying he's got like dead frets or it's too low that it's choked out, but you're gonna get some overtones and some stuff if you start to get into a super low action. But I find, for me personally, 3/64ths off the 12th fret, from the bottom of the string, the measurement from the top of the fret, the top of the 12th fret to the bottom of the string when the string is not depressed, gives me a nice, comfortable, decent, medium to low action where I can bend and nothing chokes out. On the Tele 7.5 radius, nothing chokes at that. And then if I want to get lower, I can. If I want to go higher, I can. But I shoot for that ballpark and then I work my way from there. But if you got those stupid radius tools and everybody's shoving them underneath the strings and they're trying to I can't see how that really, and I did it. I've tried it. I don't think it's all that in a bag of chips. I don't really think it really gives you a proper fine-tune adjustment of the radius on the on the guitar.
Okay.
So just show us that. Just show us that trick with where you stop the first fret, stop the.
Where am I here? Here's the fret. This is the last fret towards the end of the neck pocket.
Yeah.
And I'll come to the middle span of that, usually around somewhere between the 7th fret, somewhere's in that middle area, and I'll just tap it a little bit. And if I can get a little bit of a play in that string.
So you're fretting number 1 as well.
Yes. Yes. Sorry. Yep, I can get a little bit of play in that, and I know it. I have a little bit of bounce there. I know that I have a little bit of relief because if it just goes dunk and it doesn't move, then I know that the neck is either completely straight or it's backbowed, and that's not good. So, and if you loosen the truss rod a little bit, that bounce will be greater. You'll see more of a bounce there. So I try to get it to where there's a little bit of a bounce and nothing's like sounding like it's dead when you're tapping.
When you say relief,
Yeah, I just
you mean so if the strings are this hand, this hand is the relief, and if you mean back bow, you mean it goes that way.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So you could see here, I don't know if you could see it on the camera. There's a slight relief in this neck where it has a slight concave, like a smile shape, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's very, very slight, but that's because I set it up so that I have just that little bit of movement under the string, and it's almost straight, but it's not exactly there.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you're looking at you're looking at the guitar, you've got the guitar flat on a desk. You're looking at it from over the top. You put the Allen key in, and that would be the Allen key moving slightly to the left.
If you want to add more relief, which means loosen tension on the truss rod, it always gets turned to the left.
Yeah.
Or if you want to tighten the truss rod, which is going to give you a flatter or could give you back bow, depending on what truss rod you have, it goes to the right. So if you get confused with that, I would look down. If you have a truss rod adjustment here, I would look down towards it and make my adjustments so that you're not confused. Under here, it's pretty simple. Once you crack this open a little bit, you can turn that to the right or to the left to do the same thing. Yeah. And then the warm off one, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's on the side on the modern one, and you have an Allen adjust. Here, demonstration. It's right there.
Yeah,
that's great, isn't it? Can I ask as well, Vinny? What's your technique for neck adjustment for truss rod adjustment on a vintage style guitar, like something like your custom shop that you got there?
So here I get a little bit afraid of backing out a couple of bolts and then bending the neck out. I'll leave the strings on. Typically on this though, they're going to pop off. They're going to come off the old school. They're going to pop off. Sometimes you can get them back on. But what I try to do is I try to back all 4 screws out, pull the neck off completely, make the adjustment, put it back on flush, and then put the screws back in. I know a lot of guys will back out the 2 bottom ones and loosen the 2 tops and then kind of crack it open. Yeah. I don't like doing that because I just have a fear that it's gonna worm out. Is that a thing? The holes in the neck, and I don't want to damage it. So it takes a little extra to screw everything back together. But the other thing too is that you're making sure everything's aligned when you're putting it back together, which is important too. You don't want to cant it in there. So
go on. Someone else have a question? I've got one more then. On a trem system, on a standard Strat trem system, actually we just use this. We use this the new guitar as the test here, because I find this trem, and I never have a problem with Strat trems. I find this trem really stiff.
Okay, what gauge? What gauge are you using?
10s, like man strings. I don't use your
okay. So you should have a minimum. You should have a minimum of 3 springs in there to maybe 4 springs, depending.
Right, it's got 3 springs and it's really stiff.
Okay, how is the cant on the bridge? Is the bridge canted? Is the bridge canted forward like this one? Oh wait, can you guys see the front? I got to turn it around.
It's really hard, isn't it? Let's just do it that way.
Is it canted like mine?
Yeah. It's got a little bit of play in it. Yeah. So it's hanging off the body. Yeah. It's doing that with the body very slightly. But it's really stiff.
That it could be the springs. It could be the springs that are in there. Now I know tension is tension, so it doesn't matter. You could take 4 low tension springs and make the same tension as 2 heavy springs, right, or whatever. But sometimes certain springs, some of those vintage Fender springs, are just really hard. They're like, I don't know what you call it or how they temper those springs, but they could be a little weird. I would suggest buying a different set of springs and putting them in there. But also it has to do with how those screws are put down on the bridge. So
not just take one spring out.
Yes, it's still stiff. It's almost like it's the
right.
And the screws are all set up properly where there's space. They're not screwed all the way down or anything weird.
Yeah.
That's odd because this one here, I set mine up to the point where it's canted forward.
Oh wow, that's way more than I normally do. Wow. Okay.
Yes, and you'll find that when you cant it forward like that, because you don't want it floating, those springs might not be as stiff as you think.
Right.
It's the way that this thing sits on the screw posts that when it gets to a certain point that you could do a trem chatter on it. If it gets like a boing effect when you're hitting this, you know that's in the right spot. And what's funny is, like, let's say I tighten the claw on this and I bring this down maybe a 1/16 of an inch, it might lose that trem chatter, boing, as I like to call it. And that means it's not returning to zero. And that means it's binding up somewhere. So you might find that if you loosen up your claw a little bit, reset it up and bring that bridge up just a hair, you might find that phenomenon will go away.
Nice. There
because
we
go. Mine are all smooth.
Or take it to a tech.
Yeah. Thinking of that, yeah.
Well, there we go. Thank you, Vinny.
Yeah, cheers, Vinny.
Well,
If anyone's got any questions for Vinny, if anyone's got any sort of set up questions, Vinny's probably the guy to ask.
And his rates are very reasonable.
Yeah, I'm not super master at anything, don't get me wrong, but I had to do this out of necessity over the years, just like learning how to wire pickups. I had to do it out of necessity because, one, I didn't want to wait a month for a local shop to do it. And two, people butcher stuff. That one guitar that came in, I don't want to mention the name, that showed up and I thought I was all excited about it. All the wires were burned inside. The things were not, it wasn't functional. One of the pickups wasn't working. It looked like a blind guy did it. So, like, for me, I cannot have that. And even in the last video, when I cracked open that pre-wired telly body that I showed you guys earlier, the wiring in there, I showed it on the video, was absolutely horrendous. And so I just had to learn to do this stuff myself and to learn the best I could online and from other people. But you'll find that a lot of like guys that are really good techs, they are not using a lot of feeler gauges and stuff anymore because you really can't go by that.
Yeah.
Every guitar is different.
Okay.
Excellent. I think it's the Vinny show tonight.
It is. Louisiana Chris. Hey, Vinny, I was waiting for you, waiting until you arrive. What's your thought on the Blues Junior after having that one? Or just go Princeton, which is what I really like.
Go Princeton. Don't get the Blues Junior. Blues Junior sound. I had to do a lot of work to that Blues Junior. I actually traded it to a buddy of mine. I felt bad. He gave me that Fender and I gave him my Fender in trade. Blues Juniors are cool if you mess with some of the circuitry, if you cool the bias off, and if you change the speaker, and if you change the cabinet. So if that tells you anything, go with the Princeton. You'll be I think you'll be a lot happier.
That's Trigger's broom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Richard, hello, mate. He said, I've two guitars, Gibson Les Paul and a Charvel. All I need. It's effects that are my weakness. Nice.
Same with us all.
Yeah.
Nikon, is there anything better than an ebony fingerboard? I used to like ebony fingerboards and I tend not to like them anymore.
Okay.
Ebony can crack if you don't keep it moisturized. So
at Lemix, I used an office hole punch and a silver reflective tape to put dots I could see in the Strat I had with a black neck. Wow.
I bet those dots were quite big then.
Yeah.
Vinny looks like Paul in a parallel universe. Same shirt fold.
Different now. Paul's put a jumper on.
Yeah, there we go. Andy, I have a flat black guitar with side lumen lays. Nice. When they aren't glowing, they're dull grey. Grey on black is barely visible when the room isn't well lit. I use fluorescent chromabel dots as a hack. Nice. Tipex those clay side dots.
Yeah.
What is Tipex?
It's like correction.
White out.
Correction.
White out, you call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get your Dulux emulsion out and just dab it on. Just dab it on.
Nice. All the subtlety of a sledgehammer.
You know what? Have Wilson come over to your house, Paul, and have him drill those out and put in new ones.
Who's that? Have who come over?
Have the master build guy that built it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I think with this 10-year waiting list, I don't think you'll be up for that. Andy Yates, Fluff did a video on them a year or two ago. Cheap and they don't hurt the finish. Oh, interesting. Cheers, Andy. I'll have a look. You're talking about the Charm Chroma
Yes.
label. Yeah, okay, I'll have a look. Thanks, mate. Andy Yates, I've seen some bands live that have blocks of fluorescent gaff tape for visibility.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, I love the look of it. I love the look of the neck on that thing. Brilliant, but it is in a dark
You know
state.
what? You should get the Steve Vai disappearing pyramid stick-on stickers for the fretboard for that. What do you
People
think?
would lose their shit over that, wouldn't they? Oh, it's a Mark 1. What are we talking about here?
Mark 1.
Ford Fiesta Escort.
Yeah. Cortina.
The Black Star.
Yeah. Blind Man Gary, I've been watching Neighbours on HBO. It's basically Neighbours from Hell. It's basically Neighbours from Hell. Some of the episodes are crazy. Funnily enough, most people are from Florida, lol. Are they all that crazy in Florida, Vinny?
Yes. And I've dealt with the best of the best in my previous career.
Are you anywhere near Nico McBrain, Vinny?
What's that?
Are you anywhere near Nico McBrain?
No, he's south of me, but I would love to meet the dude, you know?
Yes, he's got a restaurant as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And a drum shop, but not in Florida.
No.
Salif, he said LM800. Sorry, autocorrect. Meant I bought a couple of Studio Rats Kemper profiles. Nice.
Okay. Which ones? Which ones do you like? Just out of curiosity, really.
JTB. Hello, fellas. What's the best guitar effects processor for the money?
Axe Effects.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
If you got $2,500, yeah.
It doesn't say how much money.
No,
It's what's the best one? Axe Effects.
It is the best. It is the best for the money. It is the best.
Right.
I have a quad cortex, but I'm going to say it's the Axe Effects.
I mean, I've got. I mean, between Paul and I think we've got all bases covered, and it's still Axe Effects.
It's just fractal, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you could go for an AM4 if you want to
Yeah.
enter the fractal world.
Yeah, AM4 and a VP4 together. Then you can take them apart and do other things. But check this out.
Or you can just plug into an FM3 and go, "This is glorious."
Yeah.
Okay, all together now. 3, 2, 1.
Check this out. This is awesome. I love this thing.
What's that?
The Providence chrono delay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like a watered down 2290 in a box.
I mean, you wouldn't miss it on your board, would you?
No, you can't miss it on the board. No, it's pretty cool. And it's got tap tempo, or you could have 2 different delays programmed in it, and you can go from A and B with each button.
That's cool.
It's mono, yeah?
Yes, mono, which is perfect for me because my Blue Guitar Amp 1 rig is mono.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Awesome. Archtop jazz boxes.
I haven't got a clue. Don't know what you're talking about.
I think it was we were talking about, you know, what the difference between why jazz guitars are generally perceived as hollow. I mean, it comes from the old archtops. You know, people then decided they could put a pickup on it, and then went, oh well, it works, and it's a nice noise. I personally do think semi-hollows and hollows sound different. They just do.
Oh, they do. They definitely sound different.
It's a more mellow sound. Like the best thing I ever did with my Epiphone Sheraton was put flat wounds on. That's the best way to get a jazz tone. I mean, I could tell you a very long-winded joke, but I'm not going to do that.
I think the best way to get a jazz tone is just to. No, I'm trying to think of a
roll all the treble off.
Roll the treble off. Yeah, roll down the tone.
Just don't do anything. Just please don't. Please
play
don't.
with a really, really, really heavy pick.
Jazz is all about the notes you don't play rather than the ones you do play anyway. So,
God,
what's the difference between a jazz gig and a rock gig?
well, 1,500 quid.
No, a jazz gig. Sorry, at a rock gig, you play 5 chords to 10,000 people.
Yeah. Very good.
Amin Hamid. Hi everyone, how's your day going? All good, mate. Hope your day is going well.
I'll finish work for 6 days. It's brilliant.
Oh, nice.
Willie Hard Meat Official 2026. I'm weighing up a classic vibe Starcaster, nice, and an Epi 339, both 250, 300 second hand. Any pros and cons on each? Starcasters can be temperamental. Epi 339. 339 to me is the 339 was invented for people that wanted a comfortable 335. Get a Starcaster. I think that's
Yeah, I think the Starcaster is more fun.
I don't think a 339. I'm going to get slated. Someone on here is going to have a 339. This is just not a. Guitar's supposed to be cool. I don't think a 339 is a cool guitar.
Yeah, fair enough.
I need a guitar with P90. It's funny you should talk about it. Funny you should say that, JTB, because I got a new guitar that turned up this week, as well as the other one.
There's timing. Oh,
I've got to show you the finish. I can't. It's not getting the finish. It's got like really nice lacquer checking down it.
Is that a Friedman?
It's a Friedman.
Yeah.
You want to trade me yours for mine, man? I like that color better.
No, I love this. This is just awesome. There we go. It's the same guitar.
Oh, look at that.
I tell you what, I do like. I like the pinky orangey.
Yeah, me too.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's great because the Friedmans come with a belly curve. They don't come with the arm curve. It'd be nice actually with the arm curve. But yeah, it's really nice. He does such a great job with his. So Billy Rowe, who makes the rock and roll relic guitars, now makes the Friedmans, and the paint jobs that he now does are just.
Yeah, this is one of the first years I think of the rock and roll relics taking over.
Is it?
Yeah,
Well,
you could tell. You could tell. 2021 maybe. I can't remember. I'd have to go look it up. But you could tell by the dots. The larger round dots are from the rock and roll relic. So if you're going to buy one on Reverb and you guys are looking, have the normal size or large dots. The ones that Grover Jackson was making have like these little bullet hole dots in it. That's how you could spot them pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think the Friedman guitars they're making now are just exceptional. So anyway, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, P90s. P90s are it's the ultimate pickup. It's the ultimate, if you don't mind the extra noise, which I don't. I think I think P90s are the best pickups.
Yeah.
They're kind of halfway, aren't they, between singles and humbuckers?
Yeah. I mean, humbuckers. So P90s were humbuckers were what? Who Seth? Is it Seth Lover? Seth Lover that invented the the humbucker? Whoever it was for Gibson. Yeah, they were just trying to make a P90 that didn't go. But P90 is great.
Yeah, matter of fact, I preferred this so much more than the custom shop Junior that I had. I sold that Junior.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna sell my Murphy Lab special.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yep. Anyone wants a Murphy Lab special and a Fender Anco Poblano Strat? Hit me up. Right.
Ace the Gilmore one's definitely going. You said it might go earlier on. Now it's definitely going.
If I can get the Dale Wilson Strat set up how I want it, then yes, it will go. It will, because it just sounds so good, that guitar. So
I wish I lived close to you, man. I would come over and I would give it a shot before you pay somebody to do it.
Cheers, mate. No, yeah, it would be handy. It would be handy.
I'm coming to Boston in 2 weeks. So you only no, you're nowhere near Boston.
Not even close.
No. I was gonna say, Paul, I think you're on the right track selling it. Oh, I sell everything anyway, but because it's going to be over redundant. You're always going to gravitate to that to the more expensive one, that's custom done versus that one, and that one's going to sit and collect dust.
Yeah, I agree. Ace Modine, he says, Rats found a good deal on a Valiant Soothsayer. Have you tried their Triad single coil pickups? If so, thoughts? I haven't tried their Triad single coil pickups.
It looks cool though. I get to say that. I haven't put my hands on a Valiant yet.
Yeah,
they are really good.
I like the Telly. What's the Telly called?
The Telly is called the Titan.
The Titan. I want one of those Titans with the triple thing in it.
Yeah, really nice.
But you don't get hung up on the pickups. Don't get hung up on it. If you know, if you like the guitar, you know, you can always change. You can always change stuff. Pet, how long did it take for each of you to be able to discriminate between guitars, amps used on tracks you listen to?
Not sure I can.
I still get confused. I still think, oh yeah, that is a. I mean, there's certain. I think a Strat is instantly recognizable. You know, something like if you listen to Dire Straits, you know, Martin Knopfler used a second position Strat, that sort of in between sound. That's Martin Knopfler's sound.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you know, I think you could put a Telly against the Les Paul in a track, and you wouldn't. I don't think you'd know any different.
I think you hear players, you don't hear the instrument. I mean, you can hear Eric Johnson's playing, for example. I think you can hear Eric Clapton's playing, for example. I think you can definitely hear Gary Moore's playing on tracks.
Yeah, I was just about to mention Gary Moore, because you can always tell with that barky sort of sound that he was.
Yeah, the fact and the aggression in the playing. I'm not necessarily sure I could tell which guitar Gary Moore is playing through which amp. I can tell you. I could probably tell you the amps that, you know, if I'm working on a track and I want a rhythm guitar to sit in, I could probably tell you which amp I would suggest to the guitar player to try before they turn around and go, oh, I've got it in my modeler, hang on.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember listening to I really like Vito Bratta as a guitar player, and a lot of guys gave him a lot of crap saying he was trying to rip off Eddie Van Halen, and I don't think so at all. The guy's solos were so well put together and melodically thought out. They were just, you know, nothing against Eddie, but I liked what he was doing. And I thought the whole time on that Pride album that he was using one of those Steinbergers. And as a kid, I wanted a Steinberger because that was the Vito Bratta sound. And then I found out later, decades later, that he used a Strat to record that whole damn album. So you kind of hearing what you want to hear in your head, but it's not even that.
The solo to Another Brick in the Wall. What guitar?
Les Paul with P90s.
And what amp?
Straight into the desk.
Straight into the desk. And yet now when he does it live, it's a Strat into his rack of everything into a Hi-Watt. So I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a great bit. I think I can't remember which video it is, but there's a great video where he demos getting that sound, Les Paul into the desk.
We've got a lot to get through in very little time, so let's
speed up.
Speaking of pickups, I was shocked at the difference my Dane pedal made to my Silver Sky SE, even with the volume rolled back. Seemed to retain the high end. Interesting, nice. Bit of plume. Speaking of frequencies, could you do a video explaining what top end, bottom end, and high end means when describing sound? I often hear it, and not being a pro, it's ambiguous. I think I've done a video on this. I can definitely do. I can definitely do a video where like
it's using filters, isn't it? It's using top and bottom filters. That really demonstrates really well.
Yeah. I think if I use something like FabFilter Pro Q, I think you can really describe it and show it as well.
It's probably a good idea.
I'll do a video. It's going to be sometime, but I'll do it. Willie, Reading lead sucks. Peaked when Daphne and Celeste rocked the main stage. Isn't that truth?
Whatever you say.
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
It's good. Good.
Willie? Yes.
JTB, Angine de Poitrine. Yes. What about them? Everyone's talking about them at the moment. I like his
little ghost.
What's that?
I like his little ghost icon. It's cool.
Yeah. Yes, it's cool, isn't it? Yeah, everyone's talking about them at the moment. Hollywood. I was listening to the first Alanis Morissette album CD in the car. Forgotten how well. Wow, this is where we're gonna. This is definitely.
We are gonna fall out on this one, Hollywood.
Fall out on this. Forgotten how well produced that was, and still sounds great. Maybe it's a higher definition of the CD compared to. I think that is one of the worst sounding albums.
Well,
It is covered in distortion. It's awful.
Are we talking produced or mixed? Because they're two different things.
True. I mean, the song.
I don't think the production. To me, it sounds like a demo. The whole album.
It was done in her apartment, though, wasn't it? It was all done in
her apartment. I think it was her apartment. It produced it.
His probably.
Yeah.
But it's covered in distortion and digital crackle and
But that's not, it's like, but James and I don't particularly think it's a well produced album, but there's albums that we would like that you wouldn't think was well produced.
But we wouldn't mind being a pound behind her.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think for me it sounds like a demo, but that's just my.
Did you just say you wanted a pounder from behind?
No, I didn't say that at all.
Quotes.
I did not say that at all.
Oh,
JGB, stop running down his nose. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
that's a lyric, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Steve, how about Bjork? She's so interesting. Sounds very talented. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you instantly know it's her.
Yeah.
Pet says I can't get enough of the Sleaford mods. They broke the mold with those pair. Nice. JTB, when guitarist Chris Degano left Queensryche, all the magic left the band too.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Well, Russ, I usually do use the mid on my B50. I was just saying that the response knob can really make it more metal with the mids off. Turn the thump off because there's plenty of low end when set like this. Nice. It's all, one man's great tone is another man's awful tone. So it's all good. It's all good. In view images, I'm so glad I'm not alone listening to stuff of my youth. Although I do try to listen to newer stuff too. I sometimes forget how an old album is that I consider new. Nice.
Yeah, it's quite scary.
Hey, Sardi. He said, "Can we at least agree that Sting's album with Shaggy was the highlight of Sting's career?" I think
Shaggy.
That was. What else was he thinking?
He did it for the money.
Wow. And like Sting needs the money.
Yeah,
you can always use a little more.
Pet Steve the Royal certainly thought so. Rack Revival, thanks guys. Also in general, how much does a power amp sim add to the sound, would you guys say? It's really weird. I think
you can live without it personally.
Yeah, you can, but usually some sort of power amp sim that's included has got control over. That was a poor way of describing it visually, wasn't it? Resonance and presence, and that's handy, but it's not essential.
Yeah,
you end up filtering those bits out when you mix, anyway. So.
Yeah.
Tucker. But are you buying a tool or an art piece? It's true.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's true.
Dentist guitar.
Yeah, it's a dentist guitar. I'll give it that. That's a dentist guitar. I love the Francis Dunnery videos. The Lauryn Hill one was great. Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, the Eddie Jobson one had me laughing out loud. Really good. Go watch it. It's really good.
I'll do that. Hollywood, regarding old guitars, my first guitar, Red Sun Mustang, late 80s, heavy body, but great neck, 0 fret sprout, plus it had beautiful dark Indian rosewood. Nice.
Nice.
Willie, this time last week it was finished.
Well, 8:53. Yeah.
Well, when he typed it.
Questions.
Yeah, we're actually pretty close now, to be fair.
This time next year it'll be yes. Touche. Gary, I bought a Charvel Marco Slew SoCal from Toman. It turned up absolutely horrendous condition. Sharp freshnums, shocking high action, not good enough. No, it's not me. No.
That's the one that's loaded with EMGs, if I'm not mistaken. It's purple, right?
Yeah. And it's got Floyd Rose on it, I think.
Dang. Last week I mentioned iconic guitars. Paul, I think you got mixed up with no, I didn't. No. I did. So I got sent an iconic guitar, but it'd been around. It had just been around the block a bit from a load of other reviewers and stuff, and I think it just got a little bit. It just needed some tweaks and stuff. I'm sure they make fantastic guitars. Dean Adams, the 2-note stuff is well out of date now. I pity all the lovely valve amps that have this module, making them date easy when the valve amp should be timeless.
Interesting shout.
Pet, at the risk of sodding too highbrow, why would go
Sounding.
decked in denim? This is true. It's a question that hounds me in my sleep.
Management told them to do it.
Yeah.
So it would look cool.
Well, c'est la vie.
Very good.
Good. Steve, those new AVH models look like the old JJ Huck Palm. Yes, they do, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They
Yeah.
do.
Hey.
Greg. He said, hello, loves. Looking forward to a day at location recordings tomorrow. Nice.
Greg is coming to be my assistant.
Lovely assistant. Palm Beach Pete. Vinnie says, like Larry David in Curb.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, dude, that is how Vinnie says it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got like a half busted New York and hick Florida accent now, so it's all shot out.
You just sound American to us, don't worry.
Yeah. Pet, Palm Beach, hopefully his day doesn't follow the same trajectory.
Yeah.
Was that a Nico reference? I don't know.
Graham Campbell bought a magnifier on a stand from Aldi ages ago. Allows my old eyes to see, to set up. So that's great. Oh, isn't that a shame that
I got something to show you guys for that.
isn't that a shame that like my eyes are crap now.
I find myself going.
All right, you guys are gonna laugh.
Come on.
I use these,
Oh no, they're brilliant. They're awesome.
and they come with different magnifying lenses, so that I can see.
So you look like
Wait, keep down for the rest of the show.
Egon Spengler from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, look, I could actually see next week's show from here.
Very good. Very good.
Palm Beach Pete, yes, Vinnie, that would.
Moving swiftly on.
Cracking guitar, that Vinnie. He's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Geeky show tonight, fellas. Who's everyone's favorite Spice Girl?
Jerry.
The brunette one that married the soccer guy.
Sporty, because she's done some great stuff with Bryan Adams.
That was she's done a great song. Definitely Jerry for me. You're talking about Victoria, Posh, Vinny.
Yeah, whatever.
There we go. Moving on. What's next?
At this point, we should do this. Actually, there's two. I missed.
Oh, Walrus. Thanks, Walt. Any of you met Graham Coxon? I met him once. I haven't.
Yes, I have. I sold him a couple of really old Valve radios that he now uses as guitar amps.
Wow.
In the studio.
There you are.
And
one for the memoirs.
Mr. Moxie, thank you, sir. Feeling guilty for the silliness tonight. Here's $4.99 for 4 copies of Bewitched from Woolworths.
No, we go to the pick and mix stand instead.
Oh, the pick and mix. Hang on.
Is that candy?
Yeah. In a paper bag.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, hang on. I'm sorry, I'm lost. Hang on, I'm lost. Oh, here we go. Boom. Sorry.
I personally throw all of them into the blender and swap them out for 90s All Saints instead. Nice.
No, the Appleton twins, damaged goods.
Damaged goods.
Terrible.
Dodgy. You can get a special tool for the truss rod to save removing the neck off a vintage telly or strap. Done it loads lately. If you remove the neck bolt, capo, the first hold the strings in place. Ooh, I like the sound of this.
I haven't seen that tool.
Nice. I like the sound of that though. Evening chaps, evening Gordon. Bit of blurm. Stu Mac instructor once said about the truss rod, lefty loosey, righty tighty as a reminder.
Yep.
Corny. Yes, it works. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's nuts and bolts generally in my world. Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
But it depends which way the headstock is facing.
there- Dave says you should be able to bend the trem down so the E will go from E to F sharp. Interesting. So upper tone.
Yes, and so a lot of guys will set it up that way. Dave's right, where you could pull it up and you can get to that next. You can get to that note, but sometimes depending on how the screws go into the body, it just, if you set it up that way, it might not jive. I've run into this problem with other guitars, and when I talked to Trev Wilkinson, he was saying that on a vintage tremolo, he's like, you can put in screws into a wood body as straight as you want, but those screws are going to go where they want to, and they don't go in totally perpendicular to the body. And sometimes you'll get ones that hang up, or they'll put more tension in a certain spot, and then so when you're trying to set it up and you're trying to obtain that, it might not be, how do you say, it might not, for that guitar, it might be an issue, and you'll never get it to, I won't get it to float and chatter how I want, but I'll be able to pull up to get to that note. So I get it to where I don't pull up to get to certain notes anyway. I bend. So for me, I like to do trem chatter. So I rather have it do that. So wherever I find it does that the best, that's where I lock it in. But yeah, Dave's right on that. That's what a lot of people do. They shoot for that.
Sweet.
Vincent, use thumbtacks for side. That's a good idea on that guitar. Please hit the like button. Cheers. Okay, live. Yes, we always forget. Hit the like button if you can. It really does help.
Like, subscribe. Also hit up Vinnie the Axe and me.
Blind Gary, how much guitar setup do you think you could do if you're blindfolded? Always frustrates me that I can't set up my own guitar.
It's going to be difficult.
I mean, it's a skill. It's a learned skill, isn't it? It's a learned.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, I also set up to my own preference. So I think every text like that, they're kind of somewhat biased. Now, like if I had somebody come in and say they want only 1 millimeter action off the fretboard, and it's choking out, I could, sometimes you can't have it that low, you know what I mean? And some guys will just be like, just leave it that way. That's the way I want it. And you're like, oh, okay. But
Right.
I mean, I try to make it so that it's as low as possible without it having any issues.
Yeah. Yep.
Borrowing a friend's quad to see how it got on with it compared to my Helix. The delay reverb parameters are far more forgiving on the Helix, finding them harder to dial in on the quad. New Dumble model. Yeah, the new Dumble is great, isn't it?
It's probably just because you've got more on the quad than you have on the Helix.
Well, I think
You've got more to play with.
Not necessarily. Some of the Helix has some funny parameters that you just go, why? What does that mean? And
I noticed like the delay times or mix goes a little, what do I say? A little goes a long way.
yeah.
So if like you're at 25%, you want some more and you put it to 28 or 30, it does make a drastic difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill of Bloom, Rich, like fingerboards are the best way, more solid than ebony and require no maintenance. Where I live in Quebec, it goes from Amazonia to Siberia, and the neck hasn't moved in the least 2 years. Nice.
Great.
Good tip. What's up, Dimmy? Rack Revival. By the way, a tip. I use Dario humidifier pack for my Tyler. Work great. Really simple and good solution to keep your guitars properly moisture. Gordon, I think the Marshall type amp is so saturated that it's hard to pick them out. I think out of everything, you can hear an AC30 EL34 on a track.
Yeah, true. Or if you like Marillion, you can hear a JC120.
Yeah, it depends.
And AC30 is EL84s.
Depends how dense the mix is, but yeah.
That's also true.
So hold on. So a Marshall is EL34s, AC30 is EL84s.
Yeah. I'll have to nod and agree on that one.
Gordon, saturated as in the amount on the market, not the tone. I see.
Yes.
Good. Well-produced albums that still sound great. Coming Over by Shania Twain. Mutt Lang doing his thing.
Absolutely.
Mutt albums always sound incredible.
Yeah.
Don't they?
But he has been known to work a track, to get it to work properly.
Yeah.
And I mean, and there's a lot of eggs in his puddings.
Yes, there are a lot of eggs in his puddings.
I still think one of the best mixed albums ever is Empire by Queensryche. Go back and have a listen to that. It's mixed to perfection.
Is it? Interesting.
My reference album I used to take with me when I used to go try out speakers and stuff like that was Flim and the BB's Tricycle.
Never even heard of it.
It's jazz group, and one of the best albums I've ever heard. The drums sound unbelievable. James, you really need to listen to that album.
Flim and the BB's.
Flim and the BB's. The album's called Tricycle.
Tricycle. Right. I'm on it.
Paul would probably commit ritual suicide if he listened to it. So,
Sepulchre.
Gordon, James, cracking Donna after my gig on Saturday. Nice.
Oh.
Gordon's living it up. Andy, Vinnie, I have the same magnifiers. Fantastic, cheap. And I told Philip about them a while back. Nice.
They're good.
Hollywood, Paul and James, it would be good to get a few albums you think are well produced to help my learning. Also, have you ever listened to the band Fuel 238? But I haven't. No. We'll do that. Can we do that? Can we do that next
next week?
Next week.
Yeah. Hollywood, remind us early doors next week, because I've got a load of stuff that I would suggest if you want to listen to from a production and mixing point of view that you might.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, from a production mix point of view that you might enjoy.
Yeah. But Hollywood, it really is a personal preference. You know, the Alanis Morissette album, I listened to recently, and I really struggled with it. But it's, you know, it brought back memories of my childhood and getting very drunk. Jim Class, question for Paul: what's your greatest guitar achievement? Depends what you mean by achievement. I think that's good. Can I answer that one next week? Can you ask that again? And I'll think of that, because I'll only come up with something silly at the moment. Vincent, got a cheap guitar and practice setups. So get a cheap guitar and practice setups. Yes. On it, no big mistake. That's a good.
If you've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, and nobody take what I said and just jump right into messing with the truss rod, because it's not something that you crank a lot to do intervals with. It's very minute movements with it. So just,
yeah,
take it easy.
Gordon, the new Dan Huff album also sounds superb, incredibly well mixed and produced.
I'll be meaning to check that out. Yeah,
I would not be surprised at all. JB, it's so personal. Yes,
certainly is.
Yeah.
Right. I'm off to do yoga on the lawn. Sweet Dreams axe wielding quartet. Wow, look at that. Doing yoga on the lawn at 10 o'clock.
Wow, impressive. However, we're over time, but we do have time for this. Stupid comment of the week. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I suspect this isn't the chap's first language. English isn't his first language, but here we go.
So it was the Tone King Imperial Tri-Tube preamp, and he said, nobody demo this unit straight into a speaker box. Therefore, it's not really an amplifier. Also, these guys use U-Butte great studio recording equipment. They make a $20 pedal from China sound fantastic. Why? Because they're not honest.
Ah, interesting. I shall bear that in mind. Thanks.
And that, boys and girls, was Stupid Comment of the Week.
You lying sons of bitches.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah, they're all lies. It's all lies.
I think what you should do, Paul, is play that into a cheap, katana, and then record that on a dictation cassette player. And then play that back, holding it up into the camera microphone on your webcam when you do your next video.
No, that'd be unfair, because everyone knows all music sounds better going to tape.
Yeah.
and then everyone will say that YouTube compression doesn't make it sound very good.
Just get one of those Fisher Price, My First Guitar, which has got a little speaker built into the back of the body of the guitar, and give us a review on that. Play your Strat through that Fisher Price speaker.
That's what we're going to do.
One of my favorite YouTube videos, and it's been done a few times by him, is Jack Black jamming on the saxoboom.
Yeah,
I think
funny.
it was the Jimmy Fallon show, one of those sort of things. And someone said to me the other day, said, "Oh, they heard Jack Black playing saxophone. He was amazing." And I was like, "No, that's a kid's toy. That is no, it's a saxophone, and it was really good." And I was like, "If this is what we're fighting, then the music industry is actually doomed." I mean, back when there used to be a TV show in the UK called The Gadget Show. And then there was a spin-off. I used to do Gadget Show live at the NEC, big 7-day event, and Avid would always pay me to go and do 11 rack demos there all day. And this one woman came up to me and said, "There's a kid in there who's playing guitar, and he's absolutely amazing." And I went in, and that kid was playing Guitar Hero.
Amazing.
The amount of times I've walked into a pub with my guitar case and people shout out, "Oh, the DJ's here."
I just don't get it. We could probably rattle through these ones. Hang on.
Hold on. Oh, no. Let's just do the bottom comment. Just do the bottom comment. We haven't got time for any more.
There we go.
No, it's not. So Bioterror says quite a school bully kind of action with that stupid comment thing. Leave it for the Spec Studio, please. No. Look, you've got to read the comment. The comment was saying that we fake stuff. So what do you expect? You know,
you're quite entitled. You're quite entitled to defend that and retaliate.
Yeah, we're quite entitled to defend it, Bioterror. Yeah, so it's different if someone put an uninformed comment and we were taking the piss out of it. Then we're arseholes. Then absolutely we're arseholes. But if someone says something that is inflammatory,
you guys are way different than Spectre. That's like a completely different.
It's very different thing.
And also, it's our show, and we'll do what we want. Right. I'm gonna. It's my ball, and my stumps, and I'm going home.
Yes. Cheers, guys. Thanks
we will see you next week for more of the same. Have a great week, everyone. So thank you to my friends and colleagues, Vinnie the Axe. He's that way. Mr. Lee Abraham, Mr. Paul Drew, and me. We'll see you next week for more of the same. Have a great weekend gigging and all that sort of stuff. Take care and bye-bye.
Take it easy.